GMGM Fantasy Top Enjoyers. Welcome to another exciting episode of Fantasy Top Down live here on X, presented by Metaverse HQ. I am joined by my lovely co-host, Ezrin. Ezrin, GM brother, how you doing this morning?
Hey, how you doing? Happy Halloween. How are we feeling?
Oh, yes. Happy Halloween indeed. I am ready for some tricks and some treats in the form of these packs that we're going to get opening here soon enough. So hopefully I get, a bunch of Reese's Cups and Kit Kats and not apples and raisins.
Yeah, no one wants that. Nobody wants that stuff.
Well, let's not say nobody. I'm sure there's the child of a dentist somewhere out there who's really hoping for just another apple.
I hope it's a good one, like a Granny Smith or something.
Oh yeah, oh no, it'll be something trash like a crab apple off the tree in the backyard.
A cooking apple.
Oh man. So Ezrin, let's jump right into it here, man. How did last week's fantasy top contest go for you?
Best week I've ever had. Best week I have ever had.
Well, that
Managed an insane amount of cards. Broke my record. Very happy with how that week went. Yeah.
let's go, bro. Broke your record. What kind of numbers are we talking here? Are we talking 20, 30, 35 cards? What are we thinking?
47. 47 cards.
Oh, sorry about that.
0.2 ETH as well, so I was happy with how this panned out. Very, very happy.
Oh my days. For anyone just joining us or who might have thought their speakers were acting up on them, 47 cards and 0.20 Ethereum, which right now would be valued right around $500. Ezrin, round of applause, my friend. Round of applause.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was a great week.
That is that is special. That is just the highest of high performing right there. So, I mean, I gotta ask. I gotta know. The folks at home are wondering, how do you do it? I mean, do you sit down blind and you cover your eyes up and you just click around and it magically happens for you, or what are we talking here? What's the secret sauce you're working with, Ezrin?
Uh, Well, I actually spent a long time on this week's lineups. Um, I decided to use the what do you call it? Some of the tools that are out there. So I used
Mm.
there's I think there's a few of the kind of optimizer tools which exist. And I decided to basically spend a bit of time having a look into those, and just see what it came up with. But I ended up having a bit of a kind of method to what I decided to go with. So this is the one by Nils 116. I don't know if many people have used it, but essentially what you do is you load up your cards, and then you can basically get it to recommend various decks based on past performance and that sort of thing. And kind of what I found was it was really good when I started getting down to some of the later decks that I had, but there were certainly a few things that I managed myself in order to get what I thought was the best. So obviously, knowing who's good and bad and why they're good or why they're bad, why they've maybe had tough weeks or good weeks. And I think that's where these optimizers kind of fall over a wee bit. Like,
Mm.
for example, recommending like maybe J ahead of someone like a Pintoshi Epic or something, because Pintoshi's still not had a good 5 weeks, which is, if you look at, for example, um how these score, so it's like last 5 tournaments, upper range, average, median. Like some of the cards that you might be focusing on don't really cover this range. So there is a bit of trial and error to get it right. But I would say the main thing that I used this for was I would maybe start building my decks today, and I would keep building them in this tool in order to then tinker with them turn off people that I don't want to include, like maybe Jay, automatically fill in people that I did want, like for example, maybe um my Pintoshi. Where's he gone? Like, so maybe I want, okay, now I want my Pintoshi Epic up here, and
Hmm.
I would basically build this up. And one of the things that I found quite nice for this was if, for example, like it doesn't do reverse. So what I would do is I would build my reverse on the fantasy site,
Mm,
and then I would come in here and say, okay, well I picked him for reverse. Turn off the ones I didn't want. So I would basically keep this in sync, and
gotcha.
then I'd end up basically knowing roughly how many of each of these lines I would play, and you would sometimes get some good insights. So imagine you were down. I mean, I'm not really doing a. I'm just kind of filling these in. Let's see. Let's say we had a bunch of these. So once we start getting to the point where, so I would go through and pick these specifically and tailor them, but we're going to get to a point where we're getting no rewards.
Okay.
So what I might do at this point is say, oh, okay, well the last good bronze team I had was scoring up in this range, and then using like for example, the fantasy sheets optimizer,
Mm,
we can then start saying like, okay, the league rewards. Okay, so the league rewards for bronze to get anything good in this main, we're looking for like 2, 5, 4, 6. So I would just tailor this throughout basically the next few days. Um, so if it's saying 2, 5, 4, 6, so that you can see that's just off.
yeah.
But what I might do is say, okay, I want to try for another silver deck. So let's not use up these guys. Let's go for a silver deck. See how that shows up in comparison. Maybe it'll use
Mm.
some of the same cards. Okay, well, I'm in a bit more of a competitive. So I basically kept this as my blueprint for the the 3 days leading up to the tournament, and then on that last day, once I was happy, and once I had kind of kept track of who was in, who was out, who was off on holiday, who'd just been caught for stealing 2 grand, that
Shout
sort of
out
thing.
JPEG.
So once I'd kind of worked a lot of that out, and ticked them off for on, or moved them in and out of reverse, or maybe even bought some in the marketplace, then I was left with basically a set of decks that were much easier for me to say, oh no, I don't actually want him in bronze. I'd much rather move him up to here, blah
Mm,
blah blah. But it was when it got to the kind of the ends of my stack where the best cards that I thought I had that I'd put in for my main decks. It was when I got to the ones left over. That was when I got probably the most insights from this, because that was when I was able to see, like, it was able to do the star caps for me. So I was able to be like, okay, can I build any more bronze decks? Can I? And it would maybe pop something out, and I would maybe look at it and say, oh, okay, 2-star chiefing. Let me have a look. Who else could I get for 2 stars? And so I'd maybe leave some holes and just take a note and be like, okay, I'm going shopping for a 2-star, or I'm going shopping for this card. And then I'd put some bids out. And then I could see here quite quickly, okay, where am I missing? I've now bought that, so I can add that in here.
mm. I
You get me?
see. Yeah, yeah. I love this, man. I think this is great methodology. I mean, I think, one of the words I want to key in that you use there is blueprint, right? This
Yes.
isn't this isn't the Bible. It's not whatever lineup it spits out. You have to use that, and that's got to be the best
Mm-mm.
one, no doubt. There's a lot of nuance to it and context, right? Like this optimizer doesn't know that JPEG is kind of in the shadow realm right now for some
Yeah.
of his activity recently, right? So it might be recommending it when really we all know he's probably not going to be posting as much. And
Yeah.
similarly, like you pointed out with Pentoshi, that one is
Yeah.
a huge. He's been crushing. I mean, I think he's had 2 top 40 finishes in consecutive weeks, but
Yes.
his rolling 5 week score won't really show that, right? So
Yeah.
you got to do a little bit of, manual hand building, a little doctoring of the lineups that it spits out to get kind of the best optimization. But I love how you're using this, man. This is a great tool.
Yeah, that's how I did it last week, and then if it works out the same next week, and I get a similar level of cards, which are much more than I usually get, then I'll be happy. But yeah, for that Pintoshi one, for example, I basically created 5 silver lines and just put Pintoshi as the first card for all 5, and then filled out from there, and then tinkered and tweaked.
Yep, I think that's the way to do it, right? Is go use it as a baseline, use it as, kind of a starting point, but then when you've put in that work and all that extra those hours of research and finding who is really showing up, who's going on holiday, right? Kind of knowing some of those finer details that the optimizer just won't know because it can't scour all of crypto Twitter, but using those to say, "Yep, this is the lineup it gave me, but I know Pentoshi's been, kind of tweeting like a madman as we get close to all-time high,
Yeah.
throwing him in there. Just excellent job, man."
Yeah, and also shout out to this one as well. I forget who this is. This one's by. This one does a really good job of showing you where it expects the scoring to be, so you can actually get a decent read on maybe like, oh, okay, if I had another, I don't know, somebody that's a similar star range than somebody else, then you can maybe use even just loading your deck into this gives you quite nice insights as well.
Absolutely.
This is herostats.xyz. Um, this one is great for building the lineups in exactly the same way as I've just said. It just has a really hard time when you've got a lot of cards. It like kind of struggles.
Well,
But
thankfully I don't have that problem. I think that's only very specific whales like you, Ezrin.
I mean, there's a lot of yeah. I mean, I think it's on number of cards more than whether they're any good or not.
For sure,
But
for sure.
yeah. But yeah, there that would I would say that was something I did differently this week, which I'm thinking probably contributed quite heavily to the reason why I had more scoring lines, and it was also interesting to see what was left over. That was really interesting.
How so?
Um, well, just because I didn't really have great insights into what was being left behind too much, because obviously I wasn't loading them in here completely. So it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like on fantasy where it's like, well, these are all your cards that you've got left.
Of course,
I
yeah.
I I was doing it more on like, okay, if I was to try and get this score up to 4,000, is there somebody better than Crypto Leon, for example, that's in that same star range? So then I would check the marketplace. But then, but yeah, then there was like a few that I'd left right at the end, and I was thinking, oh, okay, I didn't use these. That's weird. Um, so then I just burnt them all.
I love how that's the
uh,
conclusion you come to after all that. Yep. So just burn them all. That just seemed like the fastest way to get rid of them.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was where we are. And then in terms of the tournament, yeah, I managed to get my highest in elite here, 76.
Let's
Um,
go.
and
76 in elite. Can you drop down that lineup just to see so we can see what you're working with there?
these
Ooh,
were new. These were new additions. So I finally upgraded my Pintoshi, and then I did actually shell out for a tiger. Um,
sexy. I love those.
yeah, so I decided to bite the bullet and get rid of the rares and build him up.
I would say it worked out pretty well for you, right? 29th place, almost 1600 points. That's not a bad epic card.
No, it was great. Yeah, really, really good. I mean, I've always loved the Pintoshi, so I was very happy with that. And then rolling down to gold. At one point, these were all doing really well. I think the last two just missed out.
Hmm,
But yeah, managed to get a really good line up there for all commons. Basically, got me in. Sorry, all rares got me into the 295.
that's insane.
And then what did we do? Silver. Yet we managed to get a 11th place with this.
Wow, 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 wow. 11th place. GG.
Yeah, I got lucky there, and then this was my 75th. Obviously, GG absolutely killed it this week. Intuito turned up. So this, like to me, this was quite a risky line because I mean these two rares were that they could have gone nowhere. You
They
know,
can
these
both
were
give you a 0 on one week,
yeah,
and they will not feel bad about it either.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of the lines I ran this week were quite risky. You know, pairing up some of my best commons with
Yeah.
some of my worst rares. Or sorry, most inconsistent rares, I suppose. I mean, this one, I mean, Cirrus could have gone to the dogs,
Yep.
STO could have gone private, Nick could have gone to Singapore again, Intuito could have just been Intuito. So, yeah, there was a lot of this. Like, there were some shockers. Like, look at this guy. Like,
Intern, yeah.
yeah, Intern absolutely killed it. Like, there was a lot of really interesting outcomes, which I think you'd mentioned some of the top 10 this week was pretty different.
Yeah, man. If you just wanted to pull up that analytics right there were a couple. I always like to give the top 10, top 20 a nice look over after the tournament's ended. Just, see where everyone's at. Kind of does it match up with my own mental projections of where I saw them. Just kind of doing that legwork, trying to understand the game a little bit better each week. And man, we saw some real upsets in the top of the chart.
Yes.
Those top two, Wizard of Soho and Gigi. I'm familiar with it with Wizard of Soho, right? He's pretty popular crypto Twitter kind of personality from last cycle. So very familiar with him. Had a political kind of troll post that went viral. I think it got millions of views. I think it got on the Canadian news somehow. So
Yeah.
he's a fairly strong card, I would say. I mean, relatively top 50, top 40 finishes most of the time, but a
Hmm.
number one spot. Congrats, Wiz. I would not have placed you there, but you got it. And
Yeah.
Gigi is a newer one. I don't own any of her card, but can you give any insight into that, Ezrin? A number
Yeah.
two finish, because that's kind of wild above Mitch, Greg, Truth Terminal.
Yeah. I had a bunch of. Do you remember Tervo? Was it Tervo or
Yeah,
Terno?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Turbo.
Yeah. So I had like three rare Tervos and some common Tervos, and when they got switched out, I ended up with like a bunch of Gigi. And so she ended up, I ended up getting into there was a Twitter chat which she tweeted about inviting people into if they owned her card,
Hmm.
and she's really active in there. She's been doing a load of tweeting. She does kind of daily roundup of meme coins. She had a live last night with Jakey. Seems to do a lot of um things with Jakey that I guess yeah, she's just really active. She's like really active on Twitter. Also really active with the fantasy top holders.
Hmm.
She's always saying like, "Give me some ideas. Like, when should I when should I start tweeting?" So yeah, she's a card that I'll probably be looking to get some more of if I can. But I've got a feeling maybe the boat is somewhat sailed now.
I can't. After a number two finish, I feel like it's hard to think that she's gonna be undervalued in the
Mm.
marketplace.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And even then, looking down, you got Vers again, who just seems to randomly pop to the top.
Yep,
You got
I
Gout.
dug into that one a little bit. Vers had a single post that had almost a million views talking about the Joe Rogan podcast. So I mean, anyone can do it, right? Any one of these
Mm,
person's tweets can go viral and get them a top 10 finish. So
yeah.
truly, no one is out of the game.
Yeah, so even like that's another reason why some of this optimizer's good. Like even if you've got some trashy lines at the end, like chuck them in. You may as well. They're going to do nothing else. You never know who's going to pop off. And then yeah, Gout as well, back doing
Hmm.
top 10 things, which first time in a long time we saw that.
Yeah, I mean,
Good for
he'd
him.
been down there, no tweets for some weeks, getting zero scores. Others getting
Yep.
maybe 200 points. So this will be. I'm sure this is a happy sight for people who bought Gout, day one for multiple ETH.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. But should we move on to some rewards so we can actually
Oh,
start seeing the site again because it's
Ezrin.
still blocking us.
I've been waiting here at the edge of my seat with bated breath. Every euphemism you can come up with, I'm ready. I need to see 47 packs. I need to get the blood rushing. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
Also,
go.
some we had some. I don't know. Has everyone seen? Well done. was it the is it the mole? The Joker?
Yeah, that's the Molt's site,
Oh
kind
my
of
god.
upgraded from his sheets to now a full
This
interactive site.
this screen is insane. This
I don't think I've looked at that one. What is that?
this so you basically for each how do you spell your name again? Silva.
Yeah,
There you go.
Silva.
Tells you your highest place for this tournament. This is
Ooh.
live. Gets updated like every hour.
Oh
Tells
well.
you where you placed, what your earnings are. There you go. You were
Amazing.
77th, mate, across the board.
Nice. So that's like my overall rewards. I was like 77th in on the platform, I guess.
Yeah, and then you can filter it by cards and see where you were there.
Amazing. I'll take it. Top 100. Let's go.
There's our man. 4 out of 5 consistency from Fernand.
Let's go. Another MVHQ great right there.
Yeah.
Ferdinand, aka Burton Air in our Discord.
Yeah, so it was quite crazy because one thing I look at this. Oh, I gotta say, Fran. Do you know what this shows you? One thing, it shows you everybody's approach and how it
Mmm.
differs. So like 98 of 290 decks,
Wow.
netting 0.88 and
Woo.
150 cards.
That is insane.
I feel like this is my approach, but on like minnow level.
You're only a third behind them. And I like, you're earning cards at a third the rate they are, 50 to 150 essentially.
And then look at this arc space, 20 decks, all in elite, 97.
Oh,
Unreal.
that's but like you said, it just illustrates there are so many different ways you can attack this, right? You can
Oh
be
yeah.
a card maxi, you can optimize for fantasy points and the upcoming what we all assume will be a token. You can go straight ETH rewards like Arc Space. Just there's so many ways you can try and play this, and really, I mean, it just presents so much opportunity. There you are, number 34. Let's go.
34, yeah, I was just saying as well. You got Seth up here as well.
Seth at 29. I saw Tice down there. Our friend Memetic Power was pretty close to you, I think. Right there,
Yeah, it's
42.
42. Tice, yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, it's a cool one. Yeah, I was really happy to see this deployed this week. So yeah, I'm loving all the new tools. Well done, everyone who's building them out. They are hella useful. Right, come on, let's do this.
Oh boy, here we go.
Bit
Come
nervous.
on. I'm
I
pounding
actually,
the table.
I actually saw Seth opened a pack earlier. Did you see what he got?
I didn't because I can't navigate from anywhere but the stupid reward screen.
He got a rare Davis.
Ooh!
How good is that?
Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Davis, who I think finished 14th or ninth.
yeah,
So,
yeah. He was like, I think he was 14th. So yeah,
oh,
solid, solid, solid.
congrats, Seth, our main man, Corruption. Just absolute Web3 and crypto OG legend and MVHQ. God, always crushing it wherever he's putting his focus.
Let's do this.
Come on, how many are we opening this go round?
3.
Oh, three. Okay, nice little appetizer. Nice amuse bouche.
Let's do it.
Come on. Purple,
We
purple,
get blue
purple.
again. Oh, purple. Yeah, purple. Let me down.
Yeah,
Simply.
set your sights higher, my friend.
Oh, cut to Lynn. Nice. Got
Okay.
another one to put in the marketplace.
uh,
Okay.
uh,
Ah, that was where the waiter takes your jacket. Right, let's go. Let's get something better.
just the warm up. Just the warm up to get the pack ripping fingers ready. Okay, let's
Worst
see.
case, you just don't get very much in reverse. It's exciting. Oh, we got blue.
Woo! Come on, lads.
Come on, we got a blue. Go,
Ooh,
go,
okay.
go, go. Oh,
Oh, Lynn.
oh, cut to Lynn. Okay, we got. Let's keep going. I just realised it's like quite. We've already been chatting for like nearly half an hour, and I've still not even done this. So let's fly through this, see what we get.
Yeah,
Move it
if
over.
it's worth waiting for, the people will show their patience. I'm sure of it, Ezrin. Come on, come on.
Yeah. Faber, Cozy, Tensor, Andy, Clearpill, Kipper, Beasel, Bandit, Zach.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Oh,
Pulse.
tough. Oh, come on.
This is mid.
Yeah, pretty much the definition of mid right here. Lots of twos, threes, fours. Come on, let's see something beautiful. Let's see some high stars here. High stars for the lads. Oh,
Rough. I'm going to be doing a lot in reverse this week.
that
Jeez.
or you're gonna have a hell of a lot of burns coming your way.
Yeah. Right. This is the big dog.
Okay, here we got. Come on.
Sometimes you just get tough luck, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes they set.
Oof.
Oh, they set that luck slider all the way to 0. Wow, 4, 5. Okay, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
hey! Okay.
hey,
Okay. I've never owned a trading axe, so that's good.
solid,
Take that.
solid card.
Okay.
Okay, we're hitting a little bit. Okay.
Oh, that was a tough. Oh,
Not
God.
the best, not the best, but some you got some nice ones up there in the top.
Ah.
Merp,
Yeah.
Chartfu, Axe, Newsy.
Yeah. 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 Gotta
Those
accept that.
those are
Happy
all
with that.
good in a bronze or a silver line. So
Yeah. Overall, though, pretty shit.
yeah, disappointing. I mean, again, massive congrats. You can't diminish the effort and just that the monumental kind of strides you took just placing and earning 47 packs. But sometimes it just works out that way.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get the bad run. But no, I'll have a look through, see what we get. I think, yeah, Trading Axe and Newsy were definitely the picks.
Yeah.
And Chartfu.
Yeah.
Right, there we go, man. Claim this for the week, for the day, and then that's the end of. Oh,
Come
ugh,
on. Oh.
I get that all the time.
Dude, same here. That happened to me last week or this past week where I was on the square right next to the 10,000 fan points. I need to see that it's actually possible to hit on that.
Yeah, I'll question the 10,000 gold one as well.
Yeah.
Right, I'm excited. Let's see
Oh,
what you get.
all right. I'm not feeling quite as optimistic as you
Mate,
might be.
you should open them now while I've had the worst streak in the world. So.
All right, let's flash back over to Silvaland over here.
Silver,
Bronze and
silver.
bronze in reverse, not much to write home about. I mean, you see 5 bronze lines here, all pretty trash. I Bronze
That's where you
is
tend to put your end ones. You tend to focus higher up.
yeah, absolutely. Elite is my first and top priority, and then silver actually from there, and then whatever I don't put in those two, I'll shoehorn into bronze, reverse, gold, whatever, just to see if I can get a pack. But for the most part, I'm usually not expecting much.
Okay.
Same as if I go up here to gold. Literally threw in 4 commons and a chumba rare. I thought if I get a card,
Yeah.
great. If not, whatever.
I get you for sure.
Silver did okay in silver. Got 3 pack rewards from here, so
Very
not too
good.
bad. Was again going for the ultimate boom bust lineup, which was still my best. Which I thought,
Oh, nice.
not bad. 644
Oh,
with a
Hugo.
0, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
imagine.
just
Imagine the fact.
anything from
Yeah.
Hugo. Yeah, and but that's the risky play, right? I could have moved some stuff around, but I like the risk reward there.
Yeah, I get that. I think risk reward can be you get a great week and then you just get an absolute crapper where you just look and you think, what was the point?
Yep. We'll
45th, 46th. Very
yeah,
good, man. That's
yes.
quality. Is that your highest?
No, not my highest. I've finished in the low 30s, and I think even like a 29th or a 28th before. But still, 0.075 ETH, 6 packs. I'm gonna take that all day long.
That's very good.
You
That
don't,
Pentoshi. I'm jealous.
dude. I know the legendary Pentoshi. Really, I mean, he saved my ass this week. DCF supremely underwhelming.
Yes,
735.
that is appalling for a legendary.
Yeah, it really is making me think if I need to go back to the marketplace and do some rejiggering. And even if not, maybe throwing in one of these other, the
Yeah,
me epic,
me.
Kook rare, Charlotte Fang epic, both any of those would have scored better. So need
Yeah,
to need to get back in the lab and look at the process.
yeah, I agree.
But overall, pretty happy. I put 3 lines in elite. They all cashed. I mean, even this one, 3 commons and 2 rares. It did better than a
Nice.
minimum cash. A min cash and elite is 2 cards.
That
This
is crazy.
Yeah, I mean
That is crazy.
it really shows, right?
Hmm.
You don't need to spend huge. 3 comp
Nope.
I got every single one of these from reward packs. The breads and the me's I got at commons and I upgraded to rewards, but I didn't spend a dime on this lineup. All rewards, and it's all just gonna farm me elite pack wins from now on. So
Very
it
cool.
you don't have to have huge 10 ETH expenditures to to really succeed in this game.
Love that.
Also, Cap is yelling at me in the chat to claim my reward spin. I can't, Cap. I can't do it until I open all these things. The fantasy top devs don't want us to win. All right. Ezrin, are we ready for my own share of disappointing packs?
Yeah, let's do it. But then I bet they're going to be great. I'm praying. I'm praying they're great. I'm praying they're great.
All right, let's claim my three packs here. Probably gonna have to go and do a little bit of authentication here, real quick. Moving that over onto my screen. And let's come back here. All right, our 3 reward packs from Silver. Here we go, fam. All right, Clover's in the chat. Clover's in the chat.
Come on.
Woo! All right, come on.
Oh, you got the tunes
Let's
on.
see some blues, some purples, and 3 greens, starting with an AI rev. Not great, boss.
The only way is Hugo Martingale or better. Here we go.
Well,
Oh,
sex
Hugo
offender?
Martingale.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
damn.
Feeling like it
Damn.
might be pretty similar to yours, my friend.
All the ghouls are out tonight.
Sir, I'll claim my ETH from the elites. Thank you, sir. Thank you for my free ETHs.
Yeah, that's the other thing to remember. I did manage to get a bit of ETH, so maybe I can go and do a bit of shopping.
Yeah, mate, point 0.2 ETH. I mean, that's a strong rare or any of the top of the line commons. I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right. 13 rewards. Come on.
13, let's go.
Just one usable card. That's all I ask. Just one. Poopaloop with the clovers. Oh, thank you, boss.
Ignis, decent-ish, better than a
Okay.
lot that you can
Yeah.
yeah.
Usable. I mean, that's that's about, that's
Usable. Yeah.
better than what I can say for probably the next 12 cards.
Fuel, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, very
daddy!
good, man. Very
Wizard.
nice.
Ah!
Very nice.
Okay. 2 usable cards. I think I need to retire now.
This week's number 1, Pac-Man.
Andy, Trey, Tang Yan falling back to earth after a 6-star performance 2 weeks ago. Classic. Eric Wall's useless ass. Boo, boo, boo.
Boo.
Ah, that's a reverse card if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. That's
5-star
all
Bruce.
all stars, no knickers.
Oh, some fatty
Ugh.
trash. Oh, not the Wall Street that I want. That's the mod. You want Wall Street Bets, the real one, the 8-star,
Yeah.
not the mod.
Okay, so Wizard, great.
Wizard, very good card. We'll be happy to throw him. I'll probably throw him in a silver, gold, elite line. Probably try and farm some rewards there. Same with Ignis. Rest
Yeah.
of these might be headed to the trash compactor after today's episode. We'll see though.
Yeah. That is a great one, Wizard.
Yeah, let's go see real quick.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yep.
What we working with?
0.047 ask right now. Bids at 0.038. That's not a bad, even if you just wanted to take the ETH reward for what it was.
Yeah. I mean, after his big week as well, he'll be high on the stats for anyone coming shopping. You know, they'll be like, "Oh yeah."
Yep. Same with Wei Wu here. Actually, she had her a nice week. So
Yes.
they're all over the place. I don't know how to feel about them.
Yeah. I mean, I think prices are a bit down overall, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've seen it. Fantasy kind of goes through these cycles where the last couple of weeks have been hugely meme coin oriented. Even in the MVHQ streets, we've seen tons of people in
Yes.
there, and that's great. Love that they're making money that way. But I expect fantasy it'll come back in just as it has started really hot the first month or two, lulled for a month or two, picked back up for a month or two. So I just think we're in another little lull here.
Yeah, and I mean, it was I don't know if anyone listened to Carpenter and the Malt Show on a Friday. On Friday they had, I think it was Kippet. They had Kippet on, and he was talking about a lot of the changes that are coming in the next few weeks. They sounded more than just like tournament changes. You know, the joke was it's going to come out of beta, and there's a going to be a decent amount of stuff. So I'm interested going into that what that's got for the whole platform.
I can't wait. I know the beta tag is it's really memed into the ground a lot in our industry thanks to Flippin' Top Shot. Still in beta, by the way. Amazingly, they're going through
Yeah.
multiple crypto cycles and never left beta. Kind
They're
of
now in
a wonder.
liquidations and they're in beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they got to figure out that part too. Okay.
Still working on it. Exactly.
But yeah, I
Um,
think with beta going, I I'm just excited, man. Like you said, we might see some new tournaments, new formats, and like you said, they're teasing some even bigger changes. I can't imagine what that would be really, unless it's I don't know, maybe new card types or rarities, maybe maybe updates to the scoring algo. I mean, I really don't know. Do you have anything on the top of your head you think might any kind of speculation as to what might come from you know some huge changes in the platform from what we've been used to the past 6-7 months?
I mean, I think the stars is one thing that could still come into play, but I guess I'm not sure they need to add any more rewards or cards, to be honest. Like, I think everyone's kind of still cooking through those with the way we've got it, without having to like flood everything. Um, so that leads me to think it's something more interesting. Maybe
Mm,
maybe a bit more of a side thing. I feel like gambling. I just feel like gambling is still something they can explore a lot more of, um, especially with these stars and fan points and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'll just be literally guessing at this point. But I know they're like solid builders. Like they built a lot before they built this, so
hmm
I'm guessing I'm guessing whatever it is going to be interesting. And if you've been playing it up to now, you're probably going to be quite into it.
Agreed. Yeah, I think some of what you just outlined would be some really cool changes, right? If we saw some interesting ideas like that. And second, to your point, they've devved a couple of projects together, right? And I don't
Yeah,
say that as if they're like rug devs or anything like that. But I think they've been very open about it in their own interviews and stuff, where they built some products, some DeFi stuff. It never
yeah,
really caught on, didn't get a ton of users, so they deprecated it. But to me, that just shows they build, they try, they break things, they fix them, they build again. And in Web3, crypto, startups in general, usually that kind of mentality, does a lot of heavy lifting for you. So I'm also excited to see just kind of what kind of kooky stuff they might come up with.
yeah. And they're fast. They're like fast builders. Like that's one thing that I'm so impressed at.
Very.
Because if they took their foot off the gas a bit more, I think there would have been a lot more people who would have given up a long time ago. But they like before I even think about the fact that I'm getting bored, things are already released, which I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm not waiting for the stuff to happen and then finally it happens and then maybe it's like not that great. So so I feel like they're constantly evolving faster than I'm even expecting it or needing it or getting bored.
Same.
Um, and they're taking a lot of suggestions from people and they're implementing those. I want to see more heroes involved, and I can see them doing quite a bit of that with the legendary and stuff.
hmm
I'd love to see something more on that axis of getting heroes to play the game. and understand the game or contribute to the game in different ways. I think that would be really cool.
Totally. I wholeheartedly agree there. I think they are making good strides with the Soulbound Legendary, with just the frequency and consistency of hero payouts. So, I just like to think that just patience, a lot of times patience is really what we need most of in this space. And like you said, they've done a hell of a job building quickly, right? Shipping quicker than most devs and projects I've seen in Web3. So, I, you know, I'm I still have full faith in this team that once we are closer to reaching critical mass, right, and there's really the next wave of people being ready to get onboarded, some of these people, some of these heroes, rather, these influencers, they're going to take it up, and you'll see them posting more publicly about it, getting more bullish about it,
Mm.
right? Same way as you saw this past couple of weeks when the Twitter payouts went out, right? Just for royalties. I mean, Ansem getting $10,000 royalty checks from Twitter just for posting, every couple of
Yeah.
or posting a couple of times a day. Soon as we see that kind of flywheel happening with fantasy, I have no doubt you're going to see a couple of these people really get bullish, get behind it. Just, I mean, because it's another really easy revenue stream for them at the end of the day.
Yeah. And if they tweet, they earn. If they tweet, we earn. Like it's just such a nice. Like they get so much more comments and visibility on all their posts because of the fact that people are playing these cards and they want the performance to to be in for their lines. I think it's great. Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes, but I don't even want to speculate. Like I feel like the best part is when they are just drop stuff, and then we can be like, oh hell yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
agreed. I mean, that we got that today, right? They updated the star distribution, and it used to be kind of flat, right? Between, there was 12 to 15% of all heroes in every kind of star category, right? 12 to 15%
Mm,
of them were 8 stars, 7 stars, 6 stars, but they changed it to be more of a bell curve distribution. So your very, very top 8 stars and your low end 1 stars, you're going to have less of them than you will any of those 4, 5, 6 kind of middle tier heroes. So
yeah,
again, just another suggestion by the community, by Cap, MVHQ member, just one of the smartest people you will ever meet in Web3. If you get suggestions from him for free, you're pretty well inclined to take them. Is my best bet. So they've been using some of his work from the start with payouts, with star caps in leagues, and now with star distribution. So just another round of applause for Cap at Krypton Go Boom on Twitter. Give him a follow. Super bright guy. We love you, Cap.
I do love you, Cap.
Okay, we'll get a
Uh,
room then. Jeez.
um, yeah, yeah. I mean, do you know one of the things that I've not looked at this week is who moved up and down stars. Maybe we can go through the star list and see what's happened.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll come over here on my guy. Come over to the stars right here. So, I mean, updated every Thursday, 7 a.m. That's 7 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard. So wherever you might be, here we are. Here we are, Kappa. Just giving it a quick look through. I'll scroll a little bit slowly, or if you're even scrolling on your end there. Any name jump out at you? Flying off the page as a huge increase, decrease, or anything you see there?
So what I usually do is go right to the bottom. Who dropped the most? That's my first protocol usually. So obviously the big one there is Waz. Like that's a
Yep.
huge drop. We knew that was happening. Um, that was that was expected. They said they weren't going to do much this week.
Yep. Wow. Like, look at
Uh,
that drop off from never
yeah,
scoring below 30th, really below 20th, and then to the very bottom.
I know,
That's amazing.
I
What
know.
a chart. Cleanest chart in crypto right there.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've even got, for example, other ones down the bottom there. Heart, Art School Reject. I
Mm.
mean, they didn't drop tons. They're down to 5 and 6. I think Vo dropping. I thought Vo was on a run with the Magic Eden stuff.
As did, I mean,
Um,
I know she had a top, I think she was top 20 finished last week. So
Hmm.
I don't, I mean, maybe I don't know, she might have said she was on vacation or taking a holiday. I wasn't too keyed in on her. So, but yeah, it
Yeah,
just a drop down to a 5 star, not terrible. Probably makes her a little bit, actually more usable in some of those capped leagues.
yeah. Other Alon as well. I play quite a bit of Alon. I tend to look at like which ones of my cards that I usually I've somehow
Of
lost my
course. Yeah.
star list. Um, but like which ones of the cards that I usually play have dropped down a lot. And I mean the sevens I don't really care too much. That's not really much of a change. But
But
but yeah, I think that's the main ones. I mean we kind of expected stats to drop a bit. He had such a baller of a week the week before.
oh, yeah.
Uh, But yeah, I would say Alon, Vo,
Maybe even
Was.
KNV dropping down to a 6 star from an 8 star.
Yep, yep.
Which, that
Uh,
doesn't sound like a lot when you say it, but when you consider, I'm pretty sure they were still a top 20, maybe even a top 30 hero from this past week's competition that just finished. So if you can get a top 20 or 30 hero at 6 stars, I mean, that's kind of crazy value for any of those capped leagues, in my opinion.
yeah. So what I would probably do in that case, if I've got like a couple of KNVs, I would probably play one of the commons. I would add a um on that optimizer. I would probably add a bronze line with them in it, and then
Mm-hmm.
see what fills out.
That is
So
a,
yeah, I would look through who's dropped that I think could perform really well in bronze
yep. I think,
or silver.
and I think that what we kind of just touched on, the new bell curve distribution model for these stars. You see here Mert, Base 16Z, Jing Tao. These were basically, they never were not the top number of stars, right? Which is
Yeah,
now 8, previously was 7. They were always there. Even they have been knocked down a peg because there are so fewer top of the line 8 star options. I mean, and they're all still top 10, top 15 kind of scoring heroes,
yeah.
but even losing 1 star gives you just a little bit of wiggle room to maybe play them in gold, silver, bronze, where normally I just chuck them in elite because it's too many stars to even worry about.
Yeah, agreed. And then you got Franklin up at an 8.
Yep, Franklin had a lovely week. He finished above Ansem, above Greg. I think he crushed it. I don't know how, but he did.
He's been at all the rallies, all the political rallies. He's been doing a lot of that sort of content.
Yep. Another one that just kind of jumps off the page here to me that I'd like to shout out is Mercury coming from a 3 star to a 6. They
Yes.
they had a really strong week I think 2 3 weeks ago, and then mentioned they were going to be going on holiday. So this to me looks more like where I expect to see them over the next few weeks and months, especially with markets improving, bullish sentiment on the up and up. I expect this kind of to be really the floor is a 5 or 6 star, hopping up into a 7 8 kind of range.
Yeah. And one tip for Mercury as well, he's got a Discord, which is in his
Ooh.
profile. And he posted in there that he was going away for a while. So I would double check if he's done an update. Um because I'm sure he said he'd be back, but he's going again or something. So just double check in his Discord if he is back or not, because he could be a great shout for reverse.
Yep, that's great alpha. One question from the chat here, Ezrin. Guru dropped yet again, really next to last on the list, lost 5 stars,
Yeah.
so coming down from a 7 to a 2. Do you think they're going to keep dropping? Do you think they're going to rebound? Have any opinion on Guru whatsoever?
Um, Not really. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's been doing. He's basically had like days where he's not even tweeted at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what his. I need to kind of go back a bit in his list and be like, how often was he tweeting? I mean, if you actually look, like he was getting kind of 20K views on a lot of the posts,
Yeah.
and then one of his like big ones, he got 250,000 views on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas his more recent ones, which are sporadic day in here and there, he's getting like 7K, 5K. So yeah, there's a couple of half like 12K, but Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be posting as much.
Yeah, I agree. And I want to say some of the bigger posts I remember them having on their account had to do with got charts and trading. Some of the stuff you're seeing right there, some setups that they posted saying,
Hmm.
I just made 10K, 20K, blah 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 on whatever random shit coin of the day it was.
Yeah,
So, Cap, really to kind of give you my best guess at a concise answer, I think Guru is going to be extremely hit or miss. I think you're going to see they're going to rotate from a week or two where they're 2 or 3 stars down at the bottom, but I think they're also going to rotate and have two or three. Yep, look at that. That chart tells the story, right? They'll have
yeah.
some weeks at the bottom and they're going to have some weeks at the top, right? When they hit a big trade or they hit, a 100x on something, they're the kind of account that is definitely going to post about it. And when they do, they get that engagement, right? A rank 22, rank 50, rank 30. So my best advice would probably be not to play this in any line that you're, not your best top line, but play it in a mid line, right? It has the ability to really kind of carry you, take you over the edge, but also has the ability to kind of really throw you down in the dumps there. So not I wouldn't put your life on it.
I would say though, like it's a great 2 star.
Agreed. Yep.
Like I mean, if you look at the best performing 2 stars, 265 is the 7-day average. And then you've got Guru in there with a 183. I would risk Guru every time over
100%.
most over most of these.
I
Like
think
when you get down to 2 stars, there is like he posts. I reckon you get a post out of him at least in the length of the tournament,
mhm.
and you know that post could be parabolic. So yeah, I would say for filling out a bronze line or filling out a silver line, using a Guru common is definitely the play.
Yep. And I think it incredibly, simplified mentality I'm going to present here, but mine is when they're doing they have a low stars like this, they're 2, 1, 2, 3 stars. I'm going to put them in a real lineup hoping to cash.
Yeah.
After they've had a big week, like when they're 6, 7, 8 stars, I'm throwing them right into a reverse lineup and hoping that they go right back down to the bottom and carry me in that one.
That's a great shout. Yeah, but I think we'll see. I mean, what's his price now? 0.125. I think we'll see this. I think we'll see this being. Where are we? Price. Where is he just now? Is he at the top?
Oh, there
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah. I
third
mean,
third most valuable.
yeah. I mean, I think. I don't know. I think a lot of people got. I've been burnt with Hugo in the past. Then he was strong. Then he was terrible.
Yep.
B-Sol, I don't know tons about,
Same.
but yeah, I feel like I know Guru a bit more. I know kind of out of this whole line, I'd trust Guru the most, and then moving down to the next line, I wouldn't trust any of them. So yeah, I would say Guru is definitely my 2 star pick. And then what about 1 stars? What we got? Sorry, I never got a chance to like review these too much because the rewards came in so
Yeah,
quick.
rewards locked us out of seeing the changes. So doing a little bit of analysis on the fly here, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, one, I think I expect this from one. Hugo is obviously your best chance of a one, but if you look at the stats,
Because Hugo has the ability to be a 7 star with some of those top.
yeah, he's been top 20
You know,
like multiple times and then mid table for even more.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Ezra, and say Hugo has a big week coming up. Um,
Yeah,
Simply because I know he is involved with Polymarket. Whether he is one of the devs or just however he is involved, I'm not 100% sure. But with so much of Polymarket's volume and even mindshare just being around the election and the US election happening next Tuesday, I can't imagine he doesn't post sometime around there, right?
yeah, sorry, I'm just laughing at the tweets.
Oh yeah, he's got some funny
Laugh,
ones. Uh,
laughing but crying. Yeah, okay.
never a guarantee, but I would be shocked if he doesn't post about his own platform and on probably what will be its biggest week of the entire year next week. That just seems like corporate suicide if he doesn't. But what do I know? I'm a
Yeah.
degen.
I think, yeah, him and Guru, easy. Moving up to 3. I mean, Jay's expensive because no one can suffer losing all the money that they probably paid for him.
Yep.
3's always crazy. I feel like I don't know. I feel like chiefing quite often. I don't know. I quite I like chiefing. Who's this? Jen. Yeah, Jen changed her name, so she kind of broke everything. She
Oh,
changed her Twitter handle to DGen, which I think is a fucking shithole name.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I like the 3 stars. I like Apex. I like Jen. I like chiefing.
I like Zoomer
I
Oracle for a shout, really.
do you? Do you know? I don't really. I've never really had too close an affiliation with Zoomer.
From
Never really
from
owned
some
the
of
card, you know.
from some of the bigger weeks I've seen out of him, his biggest engagement pieces are just posting news, almost like DB, right? So if
Hmm.
there's a huge news week, sometimes he's first to it of what I mean, whatever, make up your own headline from the past few weeks. And that's how he's gotten some of his 6, 7, 8 star finishes is having a million plus views on something, just some news headline.
Mhm. Okay, that's good to know. Um, yeah, 3s. These could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Goku has been great in the past. We know Zenika's taking some time off,
Mm-hmm.
so he's probably good for reverse. He was a 5, so less good for reverse now. He's dropped to a 3.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, let's keep going up. What do we get? Orangey's been doing a ton of meme coins.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, really in the trenches of meme coins. I saw an interview with him and um, Handsome Finance. I don't know if you've seen that channel on YouTube.
No.
Guy like builds out some meme coin tools and he interviews some people.
Oh,
He's
interesting.
interviewed Mitch in the past, and I saw this week he'd interviewed Orangey.
Oh, well, okay.
Um,
Huh.
but yeah, Orangey is like deep in the trenches. It's quite interesting actually. His trading strategy. He just basically buys every low cap coin. Um,
Something has to
on
moon,
pump.
right?
No, he buys it and sells it like 30 seconds later. He's
That
just been doing that for days in, days out. It's quite
that
interesting.
sounds just like a maniac. I don't have the bandwidth to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a full-time gamer and didn't have a job and was just
Oh
looking for something
yeah.
to do,
I always
then
forget he's what, like 6 years old or something.
it's not sex, but yeah,
Okay, 16, 19. Look, they're all far too young. Okay, Ezrin.
yeah, the yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Um, Crypto Leon, I actually saw something interesting from him. I don't know if you saw this. So if you look
Oh,
up his, I was just watching the Crypto Leon. He's claimed as
ooh, is
I mean,
legendary.
look at this.
Oh,
Like talk about betting on yourself. Look at this, right?
that's amazing. Can't even field
Oh,
a lineup.
I love it, man. He just went and just bought up all his cards, claimed his legendaries, claimed all his cards, and then 160 days ago sold out of everything. So he's currently
Wow,
sitting on his inventory.
wow. I don't know if
So we
I'm
might see
bullish or
him join.
bearish.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I saw him buying up all these, and I thought, oh shit, he must be like looking to play himself,
Uh
upgrade,
huh.
all that. But then when I looked here, I was like, oh,
That's
just didn't,
hilarious.
just didn't have anything. Just had
That's
nothing.
that's great. What a lad.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, the fours. There's some crazies in the fours, like past bangers. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mika.
Nick, Mika, me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
4 is where it starts really getting difficult. You could have a lot of them pop off for any 1 week at a time and really give a strong performance. It's so hard to say this is the best 4 star, at least for me.
Yeah, I agree. But four is pretty tasty. Even you even got sinners in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, four is exciting. Four, I think, is just like if you could do some lines where you end up with a guru or Hugo plus maybe a 6, 7, or 8 star, and then maybe a couple of fours in there
Yeah,
as well. That's probably going to be pretty good for the upcoming.
yeah. Those
Yeah, we
those
talked
are.
about a lot of the fives.
Mm-hmm. Lot of
Um,
strong cards there, really. A lot of strong cards with this
yeah,
star rebalancing, even 6 star. Wow.
yeah, and then 7 and 8 is just crazy.
Oh man, this coming week is going to be really exciting. I feel like with star rebalances, with some of the new star requirements in some of the leagues. Oh yeah, we didn't even touch on that yet.
Oh yeah, do you want to take us through that?
Yeah, here, yeah, I'll grab that really here on our way out. Wipe back over to my screen. So as the devs kind of previewed a week or two ago, they're going to be making just a couple little changes here as we move through the weeks, just to see what works, what doesn't work, how the community responds. So I appreciate all that. So coming from last week, they are changing two leagues, silver and gold. Gold, they are upping, they're giving an additional star. So they're going from 24 to 25, and they're introducing 2 epics. So last week it was only 1. This week you'll be able to put 2 in there. So really, I expect to see some higher scores and really a little bit tougher to get in the money in gold, at least, Ezrin.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's nice as well having the epic back, the
Mm-hmm.
extra epic. I say it's nice. I don't have enough, so it doesn't really. I just suddenly thought, wait a minute, it's not that nice. I don't actually have
uh,
enough. Um, but I get it. If it, for the market of epics, having such a limit on there for
yeah,
people who have heavily invested, it was a bit of a kick. So so yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
And then rares with 23.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the one I'm most interested in.
Ooh, Ezra, that sounds like you might have some plans forming in that big brain of yours, getting ready to cook next week, huh?
Well, I mean, Gigi's up to 8 now, isn't she? So,
Good lord, almost a third, more than a third of your stars in one player. Wild.
I mean, I don't even know if 8 makes sense in there, but
Yeah, yeah. It's a tough choice. It's a huge trade off, man.
that extra star might help me.
True. That extra star. All you need is that one to help fit Gigi in, and throw someone else in there, and you're cooking again. Another top. You're looking for another top 10 finish, right? Top 10, top 11. That's what I expect to see next week, at least.
Ah, let's hope so. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So hoping we see a little bit of increased buying pressure on the epics there, since we got a little more utility this coming week. Um,
Yeah. And as always, shout out to HK for keeping us updated.
Yes, sir. Anyone watching the stream right now, HK is an immediate must-have kind of follow. Drops huge alpha, gives a lot of nice graphics, and even just came up with a nice little chart like this, right? A little graphic, little image to illustrate what's new about these tournaments at a glance. So always appreciate the work he's doing in the fantasy top streets.
Damn right. Yeah. I find his stuff really useful.
Yes, sir. So, Ezrin, we're about at our time here. Just goes like a flash like that, man. An hour here and gone. Any final parting words for any of our? I don't know why it still says I have cards to claim. This game is a liar. Any any final words? Any parting thoughts for any of our friends and family out there in the fantasy top streets this week?
Anything? No, not really, to be honest. Um, Go and give that optimizer a shot this week. Try and work that out. And something I need to do as well is like give some of these guys feedback and shout out for building these tools. And yeah, hopefully we can just keep improving these things and make it easier for ourselves to build out these lines and do the best. Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, man,
See,
that's
see what
that's
you
that's
think.
the biggest thing I've taken from this. You've talked about using the optimizer in the past, and I've used it sparingly here and there.
Yeah,
But I'm really gonna give it a solid go this weekend and use it as a baseline. Try out a bunch of different combinations. I think your methodology that you laid out, it's really the A plus kind of standard to go for. And again, 47 flipping packs and point 0.2 ETH. The packs themselves might not have been the best this week, but just
That was shocking.
outstanding finish, man. I just want to say, like, you showed it yourself. You're one of the top 35 best performing players of this game. You're crushing it week in, week out. And the fantasy top space is lucky to have you just sharing all this alpha every week with so many, viewers and listeners. So thank you, Ezrin, for another exciting week. And thanks for showing a little bit of the tips and tricks of the trade, man. I'm sure everyone tuning in today got a lot more alpha than they were probably expecting.
No, thank you, man. Yeah, I think, yeah, there's so many good people building so many good things, so to be able to do anything is always nice. So if it helps anyone, great.
Yes, sir. Yep, that's what we're here for. Help spread the gospel of fantasy top far and wide. I know you and I have said it time and time again, but it's the most fun I've had in not fantasy, the most fun I've had in crypto probably since the original NFT days, 3-ish years ago at this point. So happy to be here plugging away in the trenches of fantasy and excited to see what next week brings, my friend.
Yeah, do it, man.
Ooh, and
Let's do it.
look at that. I think our ETH payouts just hit for anyone looking to go shopping.
Oh, so it did. Oh, nice. Look
All
at
right.
that. Happy days.
Yes, sir. Well, that means you and I probably going to go hit the marketplace and throw out bids that will never get accepted. So,
No, you mean like bid on the same thing. That's what we've been doing by mistake. So
oh my gosh, yeah. For
that
anyone,
was that was.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say last week I got filled on an epic tiger, and you were like, "You fucker, you were 0.01 higher than me."
Hey, you can't make life any funnier than that, folks. He's 0.01 ETH higher and gets accepted in a bid on the card we both want. But
As you
that is
woke
the
up and you were like, "What a prick."
because you DM'd me saying, "Oh, looky what I just got," and I said, "You motherfucker!" Guess, and I showed you that I still had my bid open on it. Just
I was like, "Oh shit, sorry, man."
no, no, no. That was bro. That's it. It shows me I'm putting my money in the right place. If nothing else, it affirmed I'm getting bids on the right players. So good, good. All in good fun, man. That's what we're here for.
Love it, love it. Are you gonna burn anything before we go?
Oh,
I
well,
was.
I mean, if you're
You
gonna
don't have
force
to. You
me
don't. No,
to,
you don't have. Do you know one thing? I got filled in an epic Gippet earlier,
oh,
and I was hoping to get filled in another epic
oh,
something cheap,
baby.
but it didn't. It didn't happen. So sadly, I've only got one. I was gonna
Okay.
do the. I was gonna do an epic burn, but I don't have the. I don't have the cards for it.
Well, I'm gonna do a burn real quick, Ezrin. One burn to end us out here, but it's not gonna be a common burn. So before I swap over to my screen, I've got you up live here. Anything you want to throw in the trash compactor? Are you okay?
I mean, just to say fuck you, Noor, after you did your epic burn, I'm gonna just whack two of these fuckers through it.
My man.
How dare you? Let's see what we get. Two Noors for a Noor.
Oh
Let's
my,
go.
yeah, right.
Noor. Noor. Noor.
Oh
Whoa!
my god!
Oh,
Let's go!
that was great. I'll take that all
Let's
day.
go, Ezrin. Come on.
Oh, that was well better than the Noor. That was like
Wow.
that was like better than most of my rewards.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah!
Let's go, brother. That was awesome.
There
Well,
we go.
at this
If
I
that was
mean,
my epic burn, I would have been over the bloody moon.
I I don't know that I can burn something. I can't follow that up with something better. It just won't
Oh,
happen.
do you think?
Oh, fine, I'll do it.
I'll do one more if you want, and
No,
then
no,
if
no, no, no. You don't have to do that. That's ridiculous. I mean,
really,
if you want to, go ahead, but you don't have to.
I'll do one more, and then you can decide if you want to.
Couple of no-name Andes, huh?
Couple of no-name Andys. Let's go. Let's go. But see, when I say I'm going to stop, and then I just do it all off stream, I need to stop doing that. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Better
That's
than a better than an Andy, but still a gleb. Yeah.
let's go over
I'll take my
here.
Davis. Happy
Yeah,
days.
that's
Right.
a lovely little card there.
Oh, and look, I'm up to 4, so I need to buy one.
Wow. That just adding another about to add another incredible rare card to his army. GG.
I do love Davis, and a shout out to Seth for pulling a rare earlier.
Yep. You and Seth are both
Real.
about to come away from today with rare Davises, so that's
Yeah,
quite the day.
some rare mountain foxes. Right. What are your thoughts? You want to do one, or are you leaving it till next week? I might do
Oh,
the epic one next week.
so that's the thing. I still have that garbage epic knower wherever the hell he is down here. So I've been putting out stink bids trying to get one more just to burn with him. Didn't get filled on anything, but I've
Mm-hmm.
got this useless wob down here, so I'm gonna throw him straight into the fire, my friend.
With who?
Well, I did just go and buy another rare to throw in there. The lovely NBA Trey.
First week of this, I was someone's. Yeah, the NBA's back on. Come on, Trey.
Yeah, I think another
Show us
insightful
knowledge.
observation from Cap saying this is the first week of the NBA and he was still only mustering 2 stars. That that's his peak. He's not doing any better than that, sadly. So here we go,
Yeah,
fam.
let's go. Good
Last
luck,
little
man.
thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Anything close to yours and I will be jumping out of my chair.
Let's see what we get.
Oh, of course you need to verify. I just put in my stupid authentication, but we'll go back one more time.
Here we go.
Okay, last one, folks, to close it out. Fantasy Top Down Live. Ooh, rare burn, rare burn. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, lads.
Come on, give him something.
Come
Shit
on.
hot. Let's
Oh
go.
my god. I it I
No.
I Ezrin,
Oh no.
I I don't I don't
Oh
know what to say at this point. It
God.
feels like a cruel joke.
Yeah, I feel like we should just fade out here.
do do do. Oh
I mean,
man.
it is. It's like it's on brand for Halloween, but that is not the reason that you should get.
Cap in the chat said, "Sorry, I feel bad, but that made me laugh." Uh,
Oh my God.
that's what we're here
Oh
for,
well.
Cap. We're here for the entertainment value, if nothing else, mate.
Oh well. Yeah, man. I think we gotta go.
Yep, that's how it goes. Can't let it ruin your day. That's you got to dust yourself off and pick yourself back up, and we'll be back here next week, burning cards once more.
Thank you, brother. It's been great.
Yes, sir. Yeah, had a ton of fun. Another great week of rewards. Thank you, as always, to my wonderful co-host from across the pond, Ezrin. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Fantasy Top Down Live, presented by Metaverse HQ. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day.